Hi, colleagues. We have a few minutes before we start, and we are waiting all participants. And our hosts. Yeah. We are seeing a lot of our colleagues from Switzerland and also Ukrainian colleagues. Okay. Hello. So I think we will wait at least 2-3 minutes before we start. We are waiting our colleagues from the Ukrainian Swiss Association with his introductory note, and after that I will start my my presentation. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm glad to see you here on our meeting about how to find the hidden beneficiaries for who may carry financial and reputation risk. And today we will I will show you some instruments which give you an opportunity to find such kind of hidden connections. And I think you will find it useful. Give me a second. Okay. So now I will check my share screen. Okay. And we will start. Okay, so let's start our meeting today. We will talk about the one of the interesting topic and actual one, and how to identify these hidden beneficiaries who may carry financial and reputation risk for your company, especially when the reason why they are hiding from you, that at some moment they try to make some unusual activity which can be not convenient with the rules of transparent business environment. My name is Mikhailo Koltsov. I'm head of training and development of YouControl company. And as you see on my presentation, it is an Ukrainian IT company that has developed such data-driven services, especially in the field of due diligence and so on, since 2014, and we also has a lot of experience in AML and KYC, system which used not only by Ukrainian companies, but also by some international companies. And why we did it? Why we tried to develop such kind of services? Because we understand one simple thing. If Ukraine want to have a transparent business environment, it needs to be cooperate internationally with other companies across the Europe. So to build such kind of trust, we need to develop the instrument which can help to different companies how to check each other and how to build such kind of trust using several tools, especially the open data tools. Hi, Dmitro, nice to meet you.
Hi, hello.
Mm-hmm. So we already start. So it will be good if you say some words for us. I just switch off my share screen.
Hello, Mihailo. Hello, everyone. Sorry for delay. Sometimes the traffic jam happens also in Switzerland. As you know, they like to renovate the Autobahn all the time. Yeah. So as I understand, you already started, and I hope we have.
Yeah, but just just introduction. Why we need to check our counterparts? Why we need such kind of open data tools to understand what we have and how to assess the risk of the cooperation with the different companies, international and Ukrainian one. So it just just introductory notes.
Okay, so first of all, I want to welcome everyone today in our webinar. I'm Dmitro Sidenko. I'm the president of Ukrainian Swiss Business Association, and today we will speak about the risks which we have in our daily businesses and our strategic businesses development. Risk named, as I understand, the connection to Russia's to sanction against Russia. And of course, this is very important. It was very important in last years, and last half a year more important. And I think next week it will be extremely important for everyone. Because as everybody knows, situation now developing extremely bad generally, and it's already announced that it will be 8 sanction package, and maybe we will see after Friday maybe. Just all business with Russia will be closed, all business connection. This is my personal expectation according to analytic what we have now in open sources also, and how we see the situation in our association. So, of course, the main question for everyone who is making business with partner from Ukraine and with Swiss company with roots from ex-Soviet Union area, do we have problem, or can we have a problem with our partners or with our project? And extremely important to check it before we are making some decision. And here today we are representing the project of our member company YouControl from Ukraine, who is specialized exactly on the question how we as a businessman can avoid such kind of risks. So YouControl, as we know, not the new company in this area. We can say from the side of our association that to get a member as YouControl, help us also to check the companies when we are making the B2B connection between Swiss companies and Ukrainian companies, such how they can prove the status of the future partners, not only about sanction, because there is no sanction against Ukraine, but also about the history of the company, the credibility of the company, the political connection, which also sometimes not allowed to have. Of course, Mikhail will explain much more. So, and we see that this theme is extremely important, and that's why we start first of our webinar. It's already announced today that we will make several webinars for Switzerland about this. So please welcome Mikhailo from YouControl. And Mikhailo, you take your words. I will be all the time here and always ready for open question and open discussion. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Dmitry. So, as I said before, today we are living in unprecedented situation, especially for the business environment, because we are not already has some expectation for our business partners. We need to build the trust between two business partners, and to build this trust, you already need to be compliant to the rules of the business environment. But to be compliant is not just the words. You need to make some procedures. You need to make some IT tools. You need to implement some IT procedures. How to make it easy. How to make it more reliable to your workflow. So, in few words about the YouControl data-driven system, it has a lot of the sources of information. And what is interesting one, that all the sources are credible one, because all of them are from the governmental sources, so they have a credible background. But within these sources, we create an analytical ecosystem which give us an opportunity to make this information, to make this data about the counterparts more analytical, convenient to international companies and Ukrainian one. Especially when we check closely to our system. So in core there is a understanding that in contemporary business environment is important to think about the risks. And when we see this YouControl data-driven system, which created specially to make the risk assessment and due diligence for Ukrainian companies, you will see that we are giving attention to the several analytical moments which help us to deliver an appropriate result. YouControl is also trusted by several governmental agencies and international businesses, because we give an opportunity to make such kind of due diligence process more faster and reliable, and also risk based on risk assessment approach. And that's why we have internet, not only recognition inside of Ukrainian business community, but also we have a recognition by international bodies. And as also already Dmitry said, we are living is not very easy time. So we are living at the time of change, and we already see this situation about the restrictive measures like sanctions, which were imposed against the Russian Federation. And Currently, it's as you see on this slide, it's over over 10,000 of sanctions against Russia, and more coming on the way with the eight sanction package. What is mean to be sanctioned? What it is mean for a business environment, especially for Ukrainian one and for Switzerland also? It means that when some companies have closed their ties with Russia, but on some ways they try to continue to operate here, it can be dangerous for company in the terms of financial and reputational risk. And you as a compliance officer, you as an analytics, you need to think about how to see such kind of risk before it start to be damageable for your company. And as you already seen, there is a different kind of sanction. For us, it is especially dangerous is economical and sectoral sanction, because we understand that in terms of business, in terms of economic, you need to be connected with the own countries, and when you cut off such kind of ties, it can be damageable for your business sustainability. And today I want you to show the instrument which can help you to assess such kind of risk based on the compliance and due diligence procedure. But first of all, you need to understand what is the general risk of cooperation with a sanctioned company. It's maybe not be a problem to find the company which has a primary sanction against it. So, because it's already in media. But what is more dangerous in current business environment is the secondary sanction, because its secondary sanction can be interpreted by your regulator as some kind of trying to avoid the restriction and restrictive measures. So, including current and recent legislative restriction, let's see what you can do how to make it visible. Because before you understand that you need to make some action, before this action, you need a deeper understanding what is a problem, how to assess such kind of counterpart, how to find such kind of risk, and where you can see this kind of risk. And that's why we created such kind of tool like raw assets. It's not only for searching Russian trail and sanctioned companies, but it is a deeper understanding connections between between different companies. Because if you understand such kind of connection, if you understand the history of the company, you are able to understand the risk. And when you understand such kind of risk, you can countermeasure for them. What is the biggest advantages of such? What is the advantages of such kind of tools like raw assets, which we are already presented for our clients and for our colleagues? First of all, we understand that most important advantage of this kind of tools is to merge a different official open source from over 26 countries in one place. So when you're trying to search one company, you find where is this company mentioned in different country registers and official gazettes. And also we add several sanction lists, especially for such kind of cases when you need to understand, is there some sanctions about the person, about the company itself, or their counterparts, which give you an opportunity to assess such kind of risk. Also, we are using some technological innovation like machine learning to create search algorithm which can help you to find a connection on third and seventh depth level. So you not only find some directors and beneficiaries, but also the connected assets from a different level. And also we are proposed to use some technical tools like automatic transliteration. Even if you don't know Russian, the system automatically help you to understand what it means in Russian register. So you are already you will already have some adaptation from a different languages. And it is especially important when you work with some international registers. You may have a few language about, you may have a few knowledge about different languages. For example, you have a little knowledge about Polish, Ukrainian, and Russian, Czech, and so on. But when you try to work with these registers on different languages, you will find some stuck because sometimes you don't understand what they say. But when you connect it and transliterate it in one shared environment, you have an opportunity to understand what is mean, and it is important to. It is important for your investigation. Let's start from the system and some cases that you can understand how it works in real life. So the basic interface of the RUASET system is as simple as possible, because our main goal is to help you to find your result quickly. But how you can use it? What is the basic logic of using such kind of tools to automate your checking process? Let's start from the simple case. Let's assume that that some company like Sova Capital Limited from United Kingdom trying to establish the business relationship with you. For example, they have a proposition for you. And before you start some contract ties, before you start some negotiation, you need to understand, do you have any suspicions that this company can have some risk for you, could have some risk for your business, and maybe it can be dangerous? But how you can check it? You have only the name of the company and the jurisdiction and some registration number and nothing else. So you have nothing besides this one. So how you can check such kind of risk? Let's start from the name. Let's start to check what system knows about Sova Capital Limited. I just Control-C, Control-V, and search. So as you see, the system knows 8 results about Sova Capital Limited. It's not pretty much, but what you need to do with such kind of result? First of all, I recommend you to use such filters like sources. It helps you to understand that what is the sources of this kind of information. For example, if you see that such kind of company has mentions in public database of politically exposed persons in Russia and Belarus, you already understand that it can be a problem. So on some level, it can be dangerous to deal with such kind of companies. You also has an information about such company in Cyprus and United Kingdom. So you in one shared space, you see information from all these registers without some work and without some steps to check these registers by themselves. And after you filtered such kind of result, for example, let's see this UK register. I can see further. So I can step further. For example, I can check what I know about this company. I know its previous name. I know its date of incorporation, and it's pretty lot of information. But also I have an information about the owners, Roman Avdeyev and Vladimir Stanislavich Belyaev. I have information about assets and directors and so on and so on. So at least on this level, I already understand that this can be a problem for such kind of counterpart. And when I check the main person for this Sova Capital Limited, I already see that it has relations to Russia, and it has a Russian address and so on. But maybe it's just Russian, so it's not a problem to be a Russian. So maybe it's not a problem at all. But we can check it. We can check it, and for example, just try to ask a question. Do you have this Roman Avdeyev? Maybe this Roman Avdeyev is just an innocent person. But what we already see when we check such kind of person, we see that it's not only at least of politically exposed person, it's Russian banker and public person, but we also seeing it in a list of Russian billionaires. And at least on this level, we understand that it's not very easy company, and even on such kind of level, we understand that this Sova Capital Limited, an innocent UK company, has a ties with Roman Avdeyev, but not only with Roman Avdeyev. When we check further, when we using this raw assets tools, we also can find an information about the different counterparts. Like, for example, we can find that the other owner of this Sova Capital Limited is Elena Viktorovna Krasnova, and we also see that it has a Russian citizenship, and using this machine learning algorithm, which connect a different asset shares and persons, it already give you a suggestion that this Elena has a brother, and brother under sanction. So if you see it here on this network, you will see that it used a different, on the second level of the connection, you will find a sanctioned person. But we start here with such kind of innocent innocent Solar Capital Limited company. But after some digging, we will find that it connected to the Russian billionaire and sanctioned person. So from first side to the further steps, we find this this kind of risk, and now we can deal with it. Now we can think about our action, what we can do when we start to negotiate with such kind of companies, how we can deal with such kind of risk. We can stop negotiation, or we can use a different kind of risk management tools. This is a simple case. So you are using 1, 2, 3 steps to find such kind of connection, and basically your basic logic to work with such kind of tools, you just using your filters. You just ask the system, what do you know about this company? It said, I know, I found the information for you from these sources. One from the PEPs, the second one from the journalistic investigation, from the Cyprus companies register, and for UK companies registers. So you already has the possibility to find what do you know, what it knows about such company, and all that you need to do is to choose the source and just to check the information. Who is Elena Viktorovna? Who is what kind of assets and shares also connected to her? And you find more and more information, and after that you can find a lot of the connection between a different jurisdiction. We are already jumped from the UK company to the Cyprus company, and we also see that it is connected. And if it is connected, it can be risky to deal with such kind of companies. It is a simple case, as you see, just as simple as usual. But sometimes you have a lot of complicated cases, like this one. For example, the company Gamma from Russia, you already see that it has some risk. It connected to the Gazprom Bank, it connected to some sanctioned entities, so it's already risky. But what about the Canada company Group Energy Dior Incorporated? Is it connected? So is it has some risk, especially when you don't know who is the beneficiary of such kind of company? And if you see closely, you will find out that Group Energy Dior connected to Crystal Limited, it connected to the other person with Russian name and surname, and this person connected to sanctioned one. So it's more than 2 steps in such kind of scheme, but you don't have any options to find such kind of connection without checking. Let's see how it works on our system. We start with Group Energy Dior, and what we see, the information about this Canadian company is already in public database of PEPs in Russia and Belarus. What kind of assets and the shares have this Group Dior? It connected to Crystal Limited, which has a jurisdiction from British Virgin Islands. Who is owner of this Crystal Limited? Alexander Udodov. We already see it 100% held by Alexander Dodon. Who is Alexander Dodon? It has a citizenship of Russia and has some business and realty in Czech Republic and Germany, and it connected to the several Russian people and to some assets. As we see, a lot of assets he connected. Especially, he connected to the ITERA group, which are already under sanction and restrictive measures. So 2-3 clicks, and you will find such kind of a connection. And it after you can see it, you are able to take an action in such kind of cases. So it can be more complicated scheme. It's more complicated networks, more complex networks here, but with such kind of information, when in one shared space you have a connected, you have an ability to connect the different entities, you are able to assess the risk before it can be dangerous for your business. So using such kind of tools, which are connected at different data sources from the several countries, give you an opportunity to see such kind of risk and to assess it. And after you see and assess it, you can take an action to make it more reliable for your business. That's how such kind of system works. And as we already saw on our experience, that it's very useful for Ukrainian and international companies, because we already understand that to have a connection to the counterpart which has a ties with sanctioned person can make our business more complicated. We can have a problem with our regulator. We can have a problem with our other business counterparts. So to deal with such kind of problems, first of all, we need to see such kind of a connection. And that's what already the raw assets do. It's give you an understanding who is connected. We also have some different instruments. For example, we have some information about the connections. So you already have such kind of possibility to find the different connections and risks by using automatic system, and it also can help you, because you can check some unknown Cyprus company, but after checking with raw asset system, you will find out that it connected to the sanctioned entities and also with politically exposed persons. And when you see it, you can deal with it. That's all that I want to share with you about such kind of tools which YouControl developed especially for international and Ukrainian business community, to help them to assess the risk of working with some counterparts which can have ties with Russia or with sanctioned entities. You also need to remember that these tools created especially, so it's focused on Russia business, but it also has a sanction list from other countries. So you can check here the Iranian companies and other companies that can have ties with sanctioned entities, but the main core of such system is is to help you to work with such with Russian businesses and to find this Russian trace and Russian ties and understand the risk environment of such the connection. You can try RUSs for free. We created it especially for the business community, so you can check it. And if you have any question, you can write to our colleagues, which email you already see on your on this slide. So that's all that I want to share with you today. If you have any question which I can for which I can answer, so you can just raise a hand. I already see the information from Svetlana. How much does it cost after the trial period? I think you know, I'm the analyst. I'm working with the data. I don't work with the money. So I think you need to write to the Katerina Demos mail, and it gives you this price, because I honestly I don't remember how much it costs. I just working with the information, not with money.
Okay, information is the money, Mikhail.
Yeah.
Information control the world.
No,
So
just in my
generally,
case, that.
in your case, probably yes. So we have another question here, and to answer to Svetlana Oleynikova, how much does it cost? Of course, you can write directly to this email address which you see now on your screens. And of course, you can ask us as association, and we will help you in contact with YouControl if you don't reach somehow for some reason. Okay. So next question is, how many countries and registers are now in RU asset?
Yeah, today we have a register from 76 countries, and at least 180 register from a different sources. So, and it not only if in YouControl we are using only governmental open source data. So in RU assets we are using also some sanction list, some aggregated data, journalistic investigation. So it has a lot of data sources besides the official one.
Okay, thank you. So, do you think it has applications beyond sanction, especially for detecting potential conflict of interest and corruption? And yeah, I was thinking the inclusion of PEP list maybe helped with it, but I think PEP list is already there.
PEP list is already there, and Alana is absolutely right. When this is this system based on a risk assessment approach. And we understand this kind of risk is not only to be connected with Russia, to have ties with Russia, or to be under the sanction. It also the risk which can be potentially damaged for business environment. And we understand that conflict of interest and corruption is also such kind of risk. So yes, this system can find its application to finding some potential conflicts of interest and corruption cases. And I think it's just a connected entities from my point of view, because a corrupted system and the system which has some issues with regulation, it is just the same one, because as we remember, sanction is a restrictive measure.
And I can also add here, so when we are talking about corruption, yes, we need to define what does it mean corruption in this case, because if it's already confirmed confirmed case with official announcement, you will see this in the system. But if it's unofficial, it's only talks and no evidence for this. But still, you can see the person who is staying behind every business, and you can check this through other sources. What is in internet or some other sources you can find about this person, because corruption, especially in Russia and post-Soviet country, it's more about journalistic and discussion, but very less about official status.
And you know, it's one of the interesting result of the current business environment that when we talk about the sources of information, we already saw that whistleblowers is an important part of such kind of investigation, because when I check the current investigation of the Ministry of Finance and from different countries, from US and UK, and when I check the evidence, I find out that mostly they are connected with the whistleblowers. So they are not only use some open data sources, but they use some insiders to find information about the hidden connection, about hidden Russian assets, and so on. And you know, I think that we already understand. So when we try to find something who trying to hide from us, we are on the gray zone. So, and even if we find some rumors about the connection, we can check it, but we need to know about them, because it can be helpful for our further investigation, for our further understanding and risk assessment.
So I see we have already question and answer from your team in our chat. So I think everybody already understand and have understanding what is about this raw asset. I will clear one point for everyone, because Mikhailo mentioned that in YouControl you can see something, in raw asset you can see other things. So generally there is also the system YouControl, the same as a company name, which was very efficient for checking the counterparty from Ukraine. And raw asset, this is now the new system, so new product, additional product, as I understand, which concentrated exactly in the question, in a direction sanction against Russia.
Both system has the same logic. We're trying to connect in a shared space at different sources of information to create your wall view about some counterparts. The difference is just in a combination of such kind of sources. If YouControl as a data-driven system, it connects Ukrainian data sources about Ukrainian companies and Ukrainian persons, the raw assets is connect the different international registers for more than 26 countries in one space to show you where is this company mentioned, in which registry, and what it have for you, how you can assess such kind of information.
So thank you, Mikhailo. I think we have already general vision what is about this product RUAsset. From my side, I can say you everyone that for 2 years, when the first YouControl became a member of our association, I start to use the system YouControl for our needs and for needs of our members. And of course, the best way is to contact with YouControl manager, and they will help you for sure to learn how to use this system correctly, and you will have a lot of benefits from it. So now we are pretty happy how we use it, and we have already some cases when it helps us to avoid some problems with companies who want to cooperate with us, but was already with some roots which we don't want to see in our activity, as you understand. So very friendly support. Thank you for your team, Mihailo. Thank you, YouControl. And if there is no other question, I think we can finish. And for sure, we invite everyone for our next webinar. We will announce the date. I think it will happen something in 20 or 30 days after today. And you can, maybe you will have more questions for this webinar, and we will try to answer that time. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mihailo.
Yeah. Thank you, colleagues.
Thank you, colleagues, and see you later. Bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.